Welcome back to live election coverage brought to you by RMU Society of Collegiate Journalists. It has been a busy night here, and we're still continuing to bring you the best coverage possible with the polls closing and the results starting to pour in.
Speaking of results, Jana, I was coming across a blog yesterday, and I'm sure many of you have heard of Nate Silver. He is the leader of the 538 blog, and in 2008, where he started the whole sabermetric program. For those of you who don't know what that is, sabermetrics is all based on projections and predictions and percentages, the whole ordeal, a lot of math that I don't know how to do. Bottom line, he did it for the 2008 election with Barack Obama and John McCain. He guessed 49 out of 50 states correctly. I don't know if that's just a guess or if he can actually read minds. Secondly, he did the Senate race back in 2010. Guessed every seat correct except for 2 of them. Yeah, he said 48 out of 50, or 48 50 seats. I'm thinking the presidential election. Regardless, he guessed them all right but 2. Now this year, according to the statistics from his blog, as I try to speak tonight, Obama 90.9% chance of winning. Again, these are all predictions, no facts here. Obama 50.8% of the popular vote, as well as 313 electoral college votes. And if you want to hear more from college students, and I'm sure that you do, Tiffany Brandon is reporting from Roma's Cafe, where she will be discussing the controversy surrounding the voter ID law. Tiffany, take it away.
Good evening. I'm Tiffany Brandon reporting live from Roma's Cafe here on campus at Robert Morris University. Over the course of the presidential election tonight, I will be interviewing students and speaking about various topics surrounding the 2012 presidential election. Among these issues, the national debate over voter identification took a new turn in the state of Pennsylvania this month. A state judge temporarily halted the implementation of the Pennsylvania voter ID law. I'm here with Jason Futhavong, a cyber forensics major here at Robert Morris University. Jason, how do you feel about the halt of the implementation of the voter ID law?
I feel that the halt was good for this particular one because it was kind of short notice when it was passed, but for future references or future voting, it'd be a smart idea to actually have it to prevent fraud from occurring.
I am here with Shelby Pendergrass, a business management and hospitality tourism major at Robert Morris University. Shelby, how do you feel about the halt of the implementation of the voter ID law?
Well, I didn't vote this year, but I think it would be better if people would share their ID just because we know who they are, and it would be a lot fair since some people may not be legal citizens, and it's not right that they get to vote when it's not their country.
Thanks, Shelby. As you can see, students here on campus hold very different opinions about the voter ID law. I'm Tiffany Brandon reporting live from Roma's Cafe here on campus at Robert Morris University.
Thank you very much, Tiffany. There are a number of big issues in this presidential race. What's important to college students? We go back to Haley Sawyer for more of those issues surrounding the 2012 election. Haley.
Thank you again, John. RMU students and other college students around the country echo national concerns about the economy and job growth. But Robert Morris grads may have more to be encouraged about, since the top 3 areas of study here at Robert Morris University are business, communication, and education, all pegged as high-growth industries. According to the stateuniversity.com, business administration is the most popular field of study here at RMU, and business accountant jobs are expected to rise 16% each year in Pennsylvania. And according to the Department of Labor and Industry, teaching jobs are expected to grow at a rate of 10 to 19% through the year 2020. Communication jobs, especially in marketing and public relation fields, can expect growth of up to 28% by the end of the decade. How important was religion for today's voters? According to an article from the Pew Research Center, 1/5 of the U.S. public and 1/3 of the adults under 30 are religiously unaffiliated today, which is one of several indicators suggesting that the U.S. public as a whole may be gradually growing less religious. A nun from the Felician Sisters disagrees. Sister Reen says that people vote by their religious views, and it takes a lot of courage to do that. According to another article from the Pew Research Center, neither Obama nor his Republican challenger Mitt Romney has established a consistent lead among Catholic voters as a whole, which could make devout Catholics a swing vote in tonight's election if they turn out in great number and vote according to their Catholic Church's stance. A September 2012 Pew Research Center survey revealed that energy and environmental issues are far less important to voters in this year's presidential race than in the past. 77% of voters said such issues were very important to their votes in 2008, compared to just 55% this year. However, a separate poll conducted by Heart Research Associates last month shows that Americans are still interested in alternative energy. The poll states that 92% of voters believe it's important for the U.S. to develop and use more solar energy. So why are voters less interested if many believe investing in solar energy? RMU Energy and Sustainability Professor Dr. Gavin Buxton believes it is the media and its corporations' influences that skew the public's perception. Buxton says that the importance of energy and environmental issues will remain unimportant until corporations realize that they can make more money by investing in renewable resources. Thanks, guys. We're going to go back over the desk with John and Jana now.
Amazing graphic right there. That's Jake Neal with the beautiful television work. That's fantastic. Regardless, we have some breaking news here. Tennessee and Arkansas have been taken over by Mitt Romney. That does sound bad, but he did take a lead in the electoral votes. Now 73 to 61. That was a 17. You add 17 to 56, you get 73. There's the math. Now Mitt Romney in the lead, and these were not surprises from what we have heard. And Jana, big jump for Romney, again, ahead by 12 electoral college votes. We still, however, have New York, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Virginia, which you talked about, still to decide.
Yeah, you can't really let these early results skew the election because, like John mentioned, none of these are surprises so far. These have all been predicted as safe states for Mitt Romney, so it would have been a shock if he didn't win these states. And whenever we come back after the break, we will examine the most recent returns, get a social media update with Chelsea, and if we're lucky, we just might get to bear witness to a special edition of the Gorsey Report.
Only if we're lucky.